to this guided meditation for lucid dream induction, a sleep story designed to help you gently unlock the boundless realms of your inner consciousness. Let us begin by simply inviting your eyes to drift closed, feeling the gentle weight of your eyelids as you settle into this moment. And as you do, I want to extend my warmest welcome to this peaceful sanctuary. I am so deeply glad you have chosen to join me in this quiet space I hold for you. For those returning, welcome back. For those here for the first time, know that this path is always here for you. Now feel your awareness settling at the very top of your head, noticing the stillness there as a soft, gentle wave of relaxation begins to form right at your crown. A profound sense of release washing over you like warm, liquid silk. You feel this wave, this exquisite sensation of calm, moving slowly, tenderly, downward, past your forehead, softening the space between your eyebrows, releasing any faint tension. You might hold there. Your brow feels smooth now, completely at ease, a canvas of peace. You let the feeling spread downwards over your eyelids, which feel heavier now, so comfortably weighted. They rest softly upon your eyes, protecting them, shielding them from any lingering light or thought. The wave continues its gentle descent, cascading over your temples. You might feel a soft warmth there, a soothing pulse, dissolving any tightness, any pressure. You let it go completely. From your temples, it flows over your cheekbones, smoothing their gentle curves, releasing the tiny muscles in your cheeks, allowing them to soften. You might notice the subtle texture of your skin there, so delicate, so receptive to this calming flow. You linger here for a moment, just noticing the complete stillness around your eyes, the absence of movement, the profound sense of rest. You realize this is a deeper quiet than you often allow yourself. It is a gift you are giving to yourself, a gift of soft, gentle, deep rest. And the wave continues its journey. Further down, releasing your jaw, you might feel a faint separation now between your upper and lower teeth, a loosening, a letting go. You relax the hinge of your jaw, the muscles around your mouth. They soften, they melt. Your lips part just slightly. A gentle, soft expression of pure relaxation. Your tongue feels heavy now, resting softly in your mouth, completely still, at peace. There is no need for words, no need for movement, just this profound, gentle stillness. You feel the air as it touches your face, a faint, soft whisper against your skin. It carries a subtle coolness, a refreshing touch. You breathe it in, so gently, so effortlessly, and you feel your whole facial area relaxing even deeper, sinking into a profound state of rest. This quiet comfort is all that matters right now, this feeling of being completely safe, completely held. Now, this soft, warm wave of relaxation begins its flow down your neck, releasing the powerful muscles there, allowing your head to feel heavy, so delightfully heavy, supported by the surface beneath you. You might notice the gentle curve of your neck, the subtle weight of your head as it rests, supported perfectly. You let go of any burdens, any responsibilities, anything you have carried in your neck. You allow it to simply melt away, dissolve into the softness of this moment. You pause, focusing on the subtle warmth spreading through your neck like sun-warmed honey. It coats every fiber, every delicate structure, bringing release. You feel the deep, deep sense of trust in this letting go, trusting that everything is perfectly as it should be right now, in this quiet, gentle space. The wave now moves into your shoulders. You might feel them dropping just slightly, releasing their hold. Any tension, any weight that you have carried is now gently falling away from your shoulders. They feel softer, wider, more relaxed. You visualize them becoming completely unburdened, as if gentle hands are lifting any weight from them, allowing them to simply rest at ease. And from your shoulders, this gentle wave divides and flows down your arms, slowly, delicately, into your upper arms. You feel the muscles there, softening, releasing their grip, allowing your arms to feel loose, limp, comfortably heavy. The sensation travels further down into your elbows, a gentle freedom in the joints, then into your forearms, feeling the muscles there becoming supple, effortlessly relaxed. You might notice the faint pulse of blood moving gently through your veins, a subtle rhythm of life, of peace. You linger here, just noticing the feeling of your arms resting without effort, without strain. They feel so good, so completely at peace. You might feel a pleasant warmth spreading through them now, like a comforting blanket, a gentle, enveloping heat that speaks of deep, deep relaxation. And this exquisite wave continues its journey into your hands. Your wrists feel supple, free. Your palms soften, your fingers gently uncurl. You might feel a faint tingling, a delicate energy moving through your fingertips, so subtle, so delightful. Each finger, each tiny joint, releasing, becoming completely at ease from your thumb to your pinky finger. Every part is now deeply relaxed. Your hands feel so calm, so still, resting peacefully. You bring your awareness back to your breath, not controlling it, not changing it, just noticing its gentle rhythm. The soft inhale, the natural exhale, a steady, comforting flow. You feel the air entering your nostrils, a whisper of coolness as it passes, then gently filling your lungs, expanding your chest so effortlessly, and then the soft release as the air leaves your body, taking with it any remaining worries, any lingering thoughts. complete release. You are floating on the rhythm of your own breath, a gentle, rhythmic tide that carries you deeper and deeper into relaxation. With each inhale, you invite more peace, more stillness. With each exhale, you release more tension, more thought, more resistance, just letting go more and more with every single breath. Now, this wave of pure relaxation moves into your chest, softening your breastbone, releasing the muscles around your ribs. You feel your chest expanding and contracting with such ease, so naturally, effortlessly, a gentle, soft movement. Your heart beats calmly, steadily, a silent, powerful rhythm of peace, of life. You feel a profound sense of safety, of protection. Nestled in this quiet space, I hold for you. The wave flows down into your abdomen, releasing the muscles in your belly, allowing it to feel soft, supple, effortlessly rising and falling with your breath. There is no tension here, just a gentle, soft release. You feel the warmth spreading through your core, a deep, centering heat, a feeling of being completely grounded, yet exquisitely light, all at once. You notice the subtle sounds around you, perhaps the faintest whisper of air or the distant hum of life. They are not distractions. They are simply part of this moment. They only serve to carry you deeper and deeper into your own inner sanctuary, where only peace resides. Now, this soft, flowing wave continues its journey into your lower back, releasing the muscles there, allowing your spine to feel long, supported, comfortable. You feel a deep sense of relief as any tightness, any stiffness melts away from your lower back. Your whole back feels completely supported, completely at ease, resting gently without any effort at all. And from your back, this gentle wave of relaxation flows into your hips, releasing the powerful muscles around your hip joints, allowing your legs to feel heavy now, so beautifully heavy, relaxed. You let go of any holding, any lingering tension. In your hips, they feel open, free, soft. The wave moves down into your thighs, releasing the large muscles there, allowing them to feel soft, supple, comfortably heavy. Your thighs feel deeply relaxed, sinking into the surface beneath you. The sensation continues, down through your knees, gentle, free, then into your calves, releasing those muscles. They soften, they melt, they feel completely at ease from the very top of your head, all the way down to your calves. You are melting into pure relaxation. You linger here for a moment, just noticing the complete release. In your legs, they feel so heavy, so deeply rooted, yet also so light, so free. A beautiful paradox of peace. You allow this feeling to envelop you, to hold you in its gentle embrace. And finally, this wave of exquisite relaxation flows all the way down into your feet, Your ankles feel loose, free. Your heels feel comfortably weighted, resting gently. Your arches soften. Your soles feel receptive. And then into your toes, each tiny toe, one by one, releasing, softening from your big toe to your pinky toe. Every part of your foot is now completely at ease, deeply relaxed. You are now, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, completely and utterly relaxed, so soft, so peaceful, so still. You feel your entire body sinking deeper and deeper with each breath into the most profound state of relaxation you have ever known. Let us now gently revisit the top of your head and allow this wave to flow once more, even deeper. This time, imagine it as a shimmering silver light forming at your crown, a soft, luminous glow, and it begins to spread over your scalp, a gentle warmth, a soothing pressure, washing away any faint, lingering thoughts, any last fragments of the day. This silver light flows over your forehead, smoothing it even further, erasing any trace of concern. It washes into your eyes, bringing an even deeper sense of rest to your eyelids. They feel so heavy now, so perfectly still. It embraces your cheeks, your jaw, making them even softer, even more pliant. Every cell, every fiber in your face is now bathed in this shimmering silver peace. You feel completely tranquil, completely serene. You linger here, allowing the silver light to penetrate even deeper into the bones of your skull, into the very essence of your being. You feel a quiet, resounding hum of peace. Within you, a melody of stillness that fills your inner world. This peacefulness is a gift you deserve, a space of pure calm. Now the shimmering silver light flows down your neck, warming the delicate vertebrae, releasing any faint stiffness you might still hold. Your head feels even heavier now, supported completely by this wave of light. It moves into your shoulders like a gentle current, dissolving any remaining tension. They drop even further, becoming so soft, so yielding to the pull of perfect rest. This luminous wave flows down your arms, each muscle, each tendon, bathed in its soothing glow. Your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, feeling even looser, even more relaxed. Your hands, your wrists, your fingers, they soften beyond measure. The tingling in your fingertips becomes a warm, gentle throb, a feeling of pure, profound calm moving through you. You pause again, noticing the weight and the lightness of your arms and hands all at once. They feel perfectly balanced, perfectly at ease, a feeling of effortless repose that blankets your entire being. This stillness, this peace is yours to keep, to cherish. The silver light flows into your chest, illuminating your heart space, filling it with warmth, with love, with deep, gentle compassion for yourself. You feel your breath, even softer now, even more effortless. A gentle inner current moving through you, your abdomen, receives this light, softening, releasing all internal organs, resting gently, without effort, in this profound state of peace. It flows down your back, caressing your spine, from top to bottom, each vertebra, each muscle fiber, relaxing, releasing, becoming completely supple. You feel completely supported, completely held by the vastness of this peaceful space. Your hips absorb this silver light, softening, opening, releasing any last vestiges of holding. You feel your legs now completely enveloped in this silver light. Your thighs, your knees, your calves becoming even heavier, even more deeply relaxed. They feel rooted, yet free, a beautiful paradox of peace. The sensation is exquisite, a deep, satisfying release. And finally, the shimmering silver light flows into your feet, your ankles, your heels, your arches, your soles, your toes, each part bathed in this luminous peace. Your feet feel so warm, so soft, so utterly content. You are now, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, entirely, completely immersed in this profound wave of silver light, of peace, of relaxation. You are floating now, as if gently suspended in warm, colored clouds. Each breath is a soft expansion, a gentle release. You feel no edges, no boundaries, just this exquisite sensation of floating, drifting, effortlessly deeper and deeper into a state of perfect tranquility. The clouds around you are a soft lavender, hues of rose and gentle amber, swirling, blending like liquid dreams. They feel soft against your skin, a delicate caress. You breathe in their silent beauty, and with each breath, you sink further and further into the softness, into the warmth. You are drifting through these clouds of color, feeling utterly safe, utterly at peace. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do, but simply exist in this moment of pure, unadulterated relaxation. You feel your consciousness expanding, opening to new possibilities, to new realms of experience. And as you drift, you begin to notice a soft, gentle current guiding you even deeper. This current is made of pure intention, of peaceful anticipation. It is carrying you now towards the entrance of your inner dreamscape, towards a world of infinite wonder and boundless possibility. You feel a quiet certainty growing within you, a knowing that you are ready to explore the vibrant landscapes of your own subconscious mind, ready to become fully aware within your dreams. This quiet certainty is a soft glow in your chest, a beacon guiding you forward as you continue to drift Through these gentle, soft clouds, you begin to feel a subtle shift in the air around you, a sensation of entering a new atmosphere. The colors of the clouds begin to deepen, to shimmer with an inner light, a silent promise of discovery. You understand now that your dreams are your own personal canvas, your own unique universe, where your thoughts, your intentions become reality. In this space, you hold all the power, all the creativity, all the knowing to shape your experience just as you wish. And so, as we transition now from this peaceful relaxation into the dream space itself, I want you to carry with you this feeling of profound calm, this sense of effortless control. You are safe here, always. You are empowered, always. Tonight, as you journey into sleep, you will begin to notice the incredible vividness of your dreams, the richness of the colors, the clarity of the sounds, the intricate details of everything around you. You will become aware that you are dreaming. A gentle, knowing realization will settle upon you. Like a soft cloak, you might find yourself looking at your hands in the dream and noticing them shift or shimmer, or perhaps they appear different in some subtle way. This is a gentle reminder, a friendly nudge that you are in a dream, and within this dream, you are boundless, you are free. Or perhaps might glance at an ancient timepiece. In the dream, a clock or a sundial, and you will notice how the symbols or the numbers dance or change or even transform entirely before your very eyes. This too is a gentle invitation to lucidity, a soft whisper from your inner guide. You possess within you an infinite wellspring of creativity, of imagination. And tonight, as you sleep, you will tap into that wellspring. Effortlessly, joyfully, you will become the architect, the explorer, of your own magnificent inner worlds. So now, as the colors around you begin to deepen even further, and the gentle current carries you forward, you find yourself standing on the precipice of an extraordinary journey. You are aware of the air around you. It feels different now, more alive, more vibrant, almost as if it hums with latent energy. You feel a profound sense of anticipation, not a tense anticipation, but a soft, gentle wonder, like a child on Christmas Eve. A pure, unadulterated joy of what is about to unfold. You know, deep in your heart, that this experience will be one of profound discovery, a journey into the depths of your own incredible mind. The warm, colored clouds now begin to part, gently, like a grand curtain, revealing the scene before you. You perceive a faint, shimmering light. In the distance, a soft, ethereal glow that beckons you forward. It is not a harsh light, but a welcoming luminosity, a silent invitation to step into the unknown with complete confidence and peace. You take a gentle step forward, noticing the ground beneath your feet. It is not solid earth, but a soft, yielding surface, like solidified starlight. It shimmers with faint silver dust, and as your foot makes contact, you feel a gentle give, a soft resilience, a sense of being effortlessly supported. You look around you now with your inner vision, and you begin to perceive the most magnificent structure rising majestically before your eyes. It is colossal beyond measure, a vast hydrodome made of shimmering, translucent material, like solidified cosmic water. It glows with an inner light, pulsating softly. With every beat of your dreaming heart, the very air within this dome feels different. It is thick, yet light, like cosmic water, infused with stellar dust. You breathe it in, and it feels clean, pure, carrying a faint, sweet scent, like ozone and starlight, a scent you have never experienced before. Yet it feels utterly familiar, utterly comforting. You realize you are entering the etheric crystal libraries, a place of immense knowledge and profound beauty. You feel a gentle pressure all around you, not an oppressive pressure, but a subtle, loving embrace, as if the cosmic waters themselves are holding you, guiding you. The walls of this hydrodome are not conventional walls, but towering, majestic, singing crystals. They rise up infinitely above you, each crystal a different hue, from deep sapphire to emerald green to amethyst purple. They glow with their own internal light, pulsating with soft, iridescent colors, a breathtaking symphony of light. And as you gaze upon these crystals, you begin to hear them faintly, subtly, a soft, harmonious hum, a gentle, ethereal song that vibrates through the very air around you. This song is not just sound, it is pure information, pure knowledge, resonating, vibrating through the cosmic water. You realize these are not just decorative crystals, but living, breathing libraries, each crystal a vast repository of thought, of memory, of story. They are singing their knowledge, their wisdom, directly into the fabric of this dream space. And you are here to listen, to learn, to absorb. As you stand there, immersed in this wondrous sight, you become aware of a new sensation. The gravity here is not what you know. It is not a constant, unyielding force, but a flexible, living force that responds directly to your subtle intentions and emotional state. You feel a lightness in your being, a sense of liberation, a pure joy, and with this joy, you feel yourself begin to drift gently, effortlessly, upwards. Your feet lift from the shimmering surface, not with effort, but with a natural grace, as if you are a feather caught on a gentle breeze. This is gravity's caress. You feel the shifting gravity, not as a harsh force, but as a constant, gentle pressure that that allows you to glide effortlessly through the cosmic water and stellar air. It is like velvet ribbons against your skin, a delicate, soft sensation. You move your hand slightly, a gentle thought, an intention to move forward, and immediately you feel a subtle current guiding you, propelling you in that direction. Your movements are no longer bound by the familiar laws of physics. You are dancing with an unseen current, mastering your perceived weight. With pure intention, you begin to float higher now between the colossal stacks of these singing crystals. They tower above you and below you, creating vast, luminous canyons of knowledge. You see holographic narratives projecting from their surfaces, like shimmering, silent stories unfolding in the air. These projections are not solid, but ethereal, like luminous mist swirling with intricate patterns of light and shadow. You can see faces, places, ancient symbols, and futuristic landscapes, all coalescing, all dissolving, all flowing like a never-ending river of information. You find yourself drifting closer to one of these colossal crystal stacks. Its surface is a deep, resonant indigo, and from it, a holographic image projects into the space before you. You recognize yourself in the image, or at least a version of yourself. This is a reality check. You observe the image of yourself in the hologram. Does your form appear stable, or does it phase through multiple ages, different identities, even alien archetypes? You watch with gentle curiosity as the image shimmers and shifts, a fluid reflection of your infinite potential. You smile, a soft inner smile, at the playful nature of this dream world. It reminds you that identity is not fixed, but fluid, constantly evolving, a beautiful dance of self-discovery. You feel a deep sense of acceptance for all the versions of you that exist within the boundless realms of consciousness. You continue to float past the holographic image, allowing it to dissolve and then reform for another dream traveler. And as you do, you notice the shimmering trails of colored light that your movements leave behind you. In the cosmic water, each gesture an artful dance, each thought a brushstroke of creation. You are moving with such grace, such ease. It feels utterly natural, utterly right to navigate this space with pure intention. You feel completely in tune with the subtle currents, the invisible flows of this living gravity. Your body responds effortlessly to your will. You become aware of a faint, luminous ripple in the cosmic water near one of the crystal stacks. It catches your eye, a gentle pull of curiosity. You allow yourself to drift closer. Your movements are slow, deliberate, yet completely effortless, a fluid ballet through the starlit expanse. As you approach, you see that the ripple is emanating from a small, almost imperceptible opening in the vast crystal wall. It is a doorway, not a carved doorway, but a naturally formed aperture. Its edges are smooth, polished, as if by eons of cosmic flow. You pause before this shimmering entrance, feeling the soft pressure of the cosmic water against your skin. It feels like a gentle, silken embrace, a constant, comforting presence. You sense a slight increase in the humming from the crystals around you, as if they are acknowledging your presence, your intention. You extend your hand, slowly, deliberately, towards the opening. Your fingertips barely brush the shimmering edge, and you feel a faint, cool current drawing you inward, not forcefully, but with a gentle, irresistible invitation. You feel no fear, only a soft, quiet wonder, a desire to explore what lies beyond. You allow yourself to drift through the opening, and as you pass, you notice a change in the quality of the light. It becomes softer now, more diffused, a gentle inner luminescence that seems to emanate from the very air itself. You find yourself in a circular chamber deep within the crystal library. The walls here are made of smaller, more intricately carved crystals, each one pulsating with a gentle inner glow. They seem to whisper softly with ancient secrets, a symphony of quiet knowledge. In the very center of this circular chamber, floating in the subtle currents of the cosmic water, is a singular object. It immediately draws your attention. A palm-sized, perfectly smooth orb of obsidian-like crystal. It is suspended, motionless, yet you can sense its latent energy, its quiet power. This is the chronal resonance sphere. It hums subtly with an inner vibration that you can feel deep within your own being. It resonates with your awareness, with your very consciousness. You feel a deep knowing that this object is profoundly connected to your journey. You drift closer towards the sphere. Your movements are graceful, effortless, guided by the subtle currents of intentional gravity. As you approach, you notice the internal swirling patterns within the obsidian crystal. They are like miniature galaxies, spiraling, blending, shifting with an intricate beauty that captivates your gaze. As you draw even nearer, you see that these patterns are not static. They are subtly changing, reflecting the complexity and the clarity of your own consciousness. When your thoughts are calm and clear, the patterns within the sphere are orderly, harmonious. When your mind is filled with wonder, they become more vibrant, more intricate, a direct mirror to your inner state. You extend your hand slowly, with gentle intention, towards the chronal resonance sphere. Your fingers just brush its surface, and you feel a profound coolness, a smooth, almost liquid sensation against your skin. It is utterly solid, yet feels as if it could melt in your grasp. You feel a soft hum emanating from the sphere, a gentle vibration that travels up your arm and into your chest. It resonates with your heart, with your spirit. A profound connection is forged in this moment between you and this mystical object. And as you hold the sphere gently in your hand, you become aware of a new phenomenon around you. Ethereal, holographic bubbles begin to drift through the chamber. They are translucent, shimmering with faint colors, like fragile soap bubbles filled with starlight. These are echoes of time, projected by the coronal resonance sphere. They show you glimpses of possible futures or forgotten pasts, each bubble a tiny window into another moment, another reality, another truth. They float gently through the cosmic water, inviting deep contemplation. You watch them drifting effortlessly around you, each one a unique story, a silent narrative unfolding before your inner eye. You feel no urgency to grasp them, no need to force their meaning, simply to observe, to allow their subtle wisdom to wash over you. You focus your intention, a soft thought, a gentle curiosity to see a specific memory from your own past, not a specific event, but a feeling, a sense of joy or peace. You hold this intention gently in your mind as you cradle the coronal resonance sphere, and as you do, one of the holographic bubbles drifts closer to you. As if drawn by your thought, it shimmers with a soft golden light, and as it settles before your eyes, you see within it not a distinct image, but a feeling, a sensation of pure, unadulterated joy from a forgotten moment of childhood, a time of boundless freedom and simple wonder. You feel the warmth of that memory spreading through you, a gentle affirmation of the enduring power of joy. You understand now that this sphere is not just an object, but a gateway to understanding, to self-discovery, a tool for exploring the intricate tapestry of time and consciousness. You continue to drift, holding the sphere gently. Your thoughts are calm, clear. Your awareness is sharp, yet peaceful. You feel completely at home in this extraordinary place, this sanctuary of knowledge and wonder. And as you explore this wondrous chamber, you begin to notice a subtle shift in the periphery of your vision. Small, shimmering, bioluminescent distraction motes begin to appear. They float like tiny iridescent dust in the cosmic water. They are captivating with their intricate but ultimately meaningless patterns and movements. They dance, they swirl, they form fleeting shapes, all designed to draw your attention, to pull your focus away from your intended path your desired dream manifestation. You acknowledge their presence without judgment. You observe their beauty without engagement. You recognize them as enchanting, ephemeral distractions, a gentle challenge to your focus, a subtle test of your intention. You feel a slight pull, a faint inclination to follow their intricate dance, to become absorbed in their luminous beauty. But you gently guide your focus beyond them. You surrender to the clear desire for purpose rather than engaging in any mental struggle. You simply allow your intention to be stronger, more compelling than the allure of the motes. You breathe in. Softly, you exhale, gently, and as you do, the veil created by the motes begins to thin, gracefully, revealing your underlying intention and direction. You realize this is a gentle reminder that even in the dream world, focus and clear intention are paramount. You are gently being guided to cultivate a steadfast presence, a centered awareness that transcends the ephemeral, the superficial. You feel your awareness sharpening, deepening. You understand that these distractions are not obstacles, but opportunities to strengthen your inner resolve, to refine your focus, to deepen your connection to your own true purpose within the dream. As you consciously, gently let go of the allure of the distraction motes, they begin to dissipate softly, like mist melting back into the cosmic water, leaving the path before you clear, unobstructed, a testament to the power of your focus, your will. You continue to hold the chronal resonance sphere, feeling its subtle hum, its gentle vibration in your hand. You feel its weight, so perfectly balanced, so perfectly smooth. It is a conduit to deeper understanding, a guide to your inner wisdom. You begin to drift now towards another section of the circular chamber, drawn by a faint, warm glow emanating from a towering crystal scroll. This scroll is different from the holographic narratives you have seen before. It is solid, yet luminous, a physical manifestation of condensed thought. It is nestled high upon a shelf, woven into the crystal wall. Its light is a soft, comforting amber, pulsating gently like a sleeping heart. You feel a deep connection to this particular scroll, a profound sense of curiosity, a knowing that it holds a message just for you. You focus your intention with pure lucidity, a soft thought, a clear desire. You will this specific glowing scroll to float gently down from its high shelf and to unfurl its radiant, silent narrative directly before you. You watch now as the scroll begins to stir ever so slightly, a faint shimmer around its amber light. It detaches itself effortlessly from the crystal shelf and begins its slow, majestic descent Through the cosmic water, it floats with such grace, such elegance towards you, its light growing softer, warmer. As it approaches, you feel a thrill, a quiet excitement, knowing that your intention has manifested so perfectly, so beautifully. The scroll now rests directly before you, suspended in the cosmic water. Its amber light illuminates your face with a warm, gentle glow. It is exquisitely detailed, made of countless tiny, luminous fibers, each one pulsating with stored information. And as it hovers there, it begins to unfurl, slowly, delicately, like a magnificent flower, opening its petals to the dawn. Its radiant, silent narrative begins to unfold directly before your inner eye. Its story appears not in words, but like a constellation of shifting light and meaning. You gaze upon this unfolding constellation, and you see not a linear story, but a tapestry of interwoven ideas, of interconnected truths. You see symbols and images and feelings, all blending, all flowing into a coherent narrative that speaks directly to your soul. You feel a profound sense of recognition, a deep inner knowing that this story is a reflection of your own journey, your own path, your own evolution. It is a silent dialogue between your conscious mind and the boundless wisdom of your subconscious. You absorb this knowledge without effort, without struggle. It simply flows into you like pure light, integrating itself into your being. You feel a sense of expansion, a deepening of understanding, a quiet resonance that settles within you. And as the narrative continues to unfold, you become aware of a quiet internal voice, not my voice, but your own inner wisdom, whispering affirmations of your incredible power, of your boundless potential within this dream world and beyond. You are the creator of your reality. Even here, especially here, you are limitless. You are strong. You are wise. And every journey, every discovery, every moment of lucidity strengthens your connection to your own authentic self. You feel so safe here, so cherished in this extraordinary space. I hold for you this sanctuary where thoughts become form, where dreams become reality, where knowledge flows like starlight. You are drifting now deeper and deeper into the wonder that awaits, and you feel a deep knowing that you can always find this path back, this quiet sanctuary I hold for you. Just by remembering this feeling, just by choosing to return, as you now drift deeper, deeper into the wonder that awaits. And as you drift deeper, deeper into the wonder that awaits, you feel the subtle hum of the chronal resonance sphere still gently vibrating in your hand, its smooth, cool surface a comforting anchor as you continue your graceful journey. Through this extraordinary chamber, you sense a quiet knowing that there is more to explore, a natural curiosity begins to bloom. Within your consciousness, a gentle thought forms in your mind, an intention to discover what other marvels this chamber holds. And with that intention, you feel a subtle shift in the cosmic water around you. The soft pressure of gravity's caress begins to guide you, not in a straight line, but in a gentle, curving trajectory, drawing you further into the intricate heart of the etheric crystal libraries. You feel your body responding effortlessly, a delicate dance with the unseen currents. As you glide, you notice the chamber walls begin to morph. The smaller, intricately carved crystals that surrounded you before start to interweave, to overlap, creating a more complex, a more elaborate structure. It feels less like a single room and more like a vast, glittering pathway of interwoven light. The light itself seems to deepen in hue as you move from the gentle inner luminescence to a more profound sapphire blue. It bathes everything in a tranquil glow. You breathe in this shimmering atmosphere, and the scent of ozone and starlight lingers faintly on your tongue, a delicate taste of the cosmic. You continue to drift, holding the sphere gently, and as you do, the crystal pathways around you begin to form, a kind of luminous maze. Towering walls of sapphire and emerald crystal rise high above and extend far below, creating intricate corridors of pure light. They shimmer and pulse with a quiet energy. You realize this is a new space, a delicate test of your navigational intuition. The currents of intentional gravity that once felt so singular now seem to branch, to divide, to flow in multiple subtle directions. It is as if the very path itself responds not just to your intention, but to the nuance of your focus. You feel a faint, gentle pull towards what seems like a primary path, a wide, softly glowing corridor. But then, a smaller, more intricate passage beckons to your left, and another to your right, each one illuminated with its own unique shimmer, a subtle invitation to explore for a moment. A soft, fleeting thought of indecision passes through your mind. Which way to go? In this boundless space, this labyrinth of light, you remember your natural inclination, sometimes to lose direction in spaces that feel so utterly free, so utterly unbound. But then, a quiet inner smile spreads through your consciousness. You recall the power of your intention, the clarity of your focus, and you gently recenter your awareness, taking a soft, calming breath. The chronal resonance sphere in your hand responds immediately, its internal patterns becoming even more orderly, even more harmonious, reflecting your calm, your clarity. You choose a direction, not with forceful will, but with a soft, clear preference, a gentle knowing that your intuition will guide you. You intend to explore the path that feels most open, most welcoming. And as you form this thought, you feel the cosmic water respond. A new current forms beneath you, a gentle but firm push guiding you forward into the wider, softly glowing corridor. You glide effortlessly between the colossal stacks of singing crystals. Their harmonious hum grows a little louder now, a gentle symphony of acknowledgement, of support, as you move deeper into this luminous labyrinth. You begin to notice other phenomena. Shimmering ribbons of light begin to appear, weaving and dancing through the crystal corridors. They are not solid, but ethereal, like pure energy made visible. They cross your path. They swirl around you. They seem to beckon and retreat. You realize these ribbons of light are tied to the emotional resonance of the library, each one representing a fleeting thought, a transient feeling that has passed through the minds of dream travelers before you. They are beautiful, captivating, but you remember the distraction modes and the importance of clear focus. You observe the ribbons with a gentle curiosity, but you do not allow yourself to become absorbed by their ephemeral beauty. You feel a subtle inclination to follow their intricate dance, to become lost in their luminous patterns, but you gently guide your focus beyond them. Your intention is to continue your journey, to explore, to learn. And as you hold this intention steadfastly, you notice the ribbons begin to part gracefully before you, like curtains of pure light, making your path even clearer, even more luminous, a testament to your unwavering will, to your centered awareness. You breathe in the subtle scent of starlight and ozone again, and it feels deeper now, more infused with the quiet wisdom of this place. You feel completely present, completely engaged in this beautiful dance between your intention and the living architecture of the dream. You move through an archway formed by two colossal emerald crystals, and as you pass beneath them, you feel a gentle, cooling breeze wash over your face. It carries a faint, sweet whisper, like distant chimes or the soft rustle of ancient cosmic leaves. This sensation is utterly unique, yet utterly comforting. You realize the hum of the singing crystals is not just a single tone, but a complex chorus of interwoven frequencies. And as you attune your inner ear, you begin to discern subtle melodies within the hum, each one carrying a different emotion, a different narrative, a different piece of wisdom. You pause for a moment, just noticing the complete stillness around your being, the absence of hurried movement, the profound sense of rest. You realize this is a deeper quiet than you often allow yourself. It is a gift you are giving to yourself, a gift of soft, gentle, deep rest, even in the midst of exploration. You continue to drift. Your movements are soft, gentle, effortless. You feel your body so beautifully attuned to this realm. Each subtle shift of your consciousness creating a ripple in the intentional flow of gravity propelling you forward. And as you navigate this luminous labyrinth, you find yourself arriving in a vast, open space, a breathtaking chamber that feels like the very heart of the crystal libraries. It is not a place of towering crystals, but of gentle, nurturing light. The ceiling above you is not crystal, but a living, breathing canopy of interwoven, luminous tendrils. They hang down like delicate silver vines, each one pulsating with a soft, pearlescent glow. They seem to weep tiny droplets of pure liquid light, which drift downwards like slow-motion rain. This is the Lumina Grove of Dream Seeds, a sanctuary of profound beauty and quiet growth. The very air here feels thick with potential, heavy with unmanifested dreams. You breathe it in, and it feels sweet, like honeydew and moonbeams. A scent that soothes your very soul. The droplets of liquid light fall around you, but they do not feel cold or wet. Instead, as they touch your skin, they dissolve with a faint, delightful tingle, like the softest touch of warm, distant starlight. They carry a sensation of gentle renewal, of pure, fresh possibility. Beneath you, the shimmering, solidified starlight surface is now covered with countless tiny crystalline blossoms, each one glowing with a different soft color, from pale rose to gentle lavender to a subtle warm gold. They open and close in a slow rhythmic dance, responding to the unseen currents of intention. You allow yourself to drift downwards, gently towards these crystalline blossoms. Your feet brush the surface, not with a harsh landing, but with a soft, almost imperceptible contact. The surface feels like velvet against your soles, receptive and incredibly soft. You notice a single, particularly vibrant blossom, a deep sapphire blue. Its petals are slowly unfurling, revealing a tiny, luminous sphere. At its heart, this sphere is not obsidian, but pure, concentrated light, pulsating with a gentle, inviting rhythm. You extend your hand, still cradling the chronal resonance sphere, and you gently reach towards the luminous heart of the sapphire blossom. Your fingers barely touch its delicate surface, and you feel a warmth, a profound sense of connection. As you touch it, you realize this is a dream seed, a potential dream, waiting to be nurtured, to be manifested. The warmth spreads from your fingertip up your arm and into your chest, filling you with a quiet wonder at the sheer creative power of this space. You feel a quiet internal whisper, a gentle knowing that these dream seeds are the very essence of latent imagination, the raw material of your inner worlds, and you are here in this sanctuary to witness their gentle unfolding, their silent promise. You gaze around the Lumina Grove, the countless blossoms, the weeping tendrils of light, the sweet, pure air. It is a place of absolute peace, of unhurried growth. A profound sense of rest settles even deeper within you. You feel completely safe, completely held in this quiet, nurturing space I hold for you. You linger here, just listening to the soft, almost imperceptible hum of the dream seeds, a silent song of creation. You notice the subtle sounds around you, the faint, delightful tinkling of the light droplets as they fall, the soft, gentle flutter of the crystalline petals as they open and close. You breathe it all in, so gently, so effortlessly, and you feel your whole being expanding, opening to this profound state of wonder. This quiet comfort is all that matters right now, this feeling of being completely safe, completely held. As you stand amidst the dream seeds, you feel a familiar, soft vibration emanating from the coronal resonance sphere. In your hand, its internal patterns swirl with increased vibrancy, mirroring your heightened sense of wonder, your profound clarity. You gently raise the sphere, a soft intention forming in your mind. You wish to see a glimpse of the future, not a defined event, but a feeling, a sense of hope for the world, for all beings. You hold this intention softly, clearly, and as you do, the coronal resonance sphere begins to pulse with a gentle inner light, and around you, the holographic bubbles start to appear, not just a few, but many, filling the Lumina Grove with shimmering ethereal orbs, each one a tiny window into possibility. One particular bubble, larger and more luminous than the rest, drifts directly towards you, as if drawn by your profound intention. It shimmers with a deep, iridescent emerald, and as it settles before your inner eye, you see within it not images, but a pervasive feeling, a sense of collective peace, a quiet harmony spreading across the dreamscape and beyond. You feel the warmth of that potential future spreading through you, a gentle affirmation of the enduring power of hope, of collective intention. You understand now that this sphere is not just an object, but a gateway to understanding, to self-discovery, a tool for exploring the intricate tapestry of time and consciousness. You continue to drift, holding the sphere. Gently, your thoughts are calm, clear, your awareness is sharp, yet peaceful. You feel completely at home in this extraordinary place, this sanctuary of knowledge and wonder. And as you explore this wondrous chamber, you begin to notice a subtle shift in the periphery of your vision. Small, shimmering, bioluminescent distraction motes begin to appear. They float like tiny iridescent dust in the cosmic water. They are captivating with their intricate, but ultimately meaningless patterns and movements. They dance, they swirl, they form fleeting shapes, all designed to draw your attention, to pull your focus away from your intended path, your desired dream manifestation. You acknowledge their presence without judgment. You observe their beauty without engagement. You recognize them as enchanting, ephemeral distractions, a gentle challenge to your focus, a subtle test of your intention. You feel a slight pull, a faint inclination to follow their intricate dance, to become absorbed in their luminous beauty. But you gently guide your focus beyond them. You surrender to the clear desire for purpose rather than engaging in any mental struggle. You simply allow your intention to be stronger, more compelling than the allure of the motes. You breathe in softly, you exhale gently, and as you do, the veil created by the motes begins to thin gracefully, revealing your underlying intention and direction. You realize this is a gentle reminder that even in the dream world, focus and clear intention are paramount. You are gently being guided to cultivate a steadfast presence, a centered awareness that transcends the ephemeral, the superficial. You feel your awareness sharpening, deepening. You understand that these distractions are not obstacles, but opportunities to strengthen your inner resolve, to refine your focus, to deepen your connection to your own true purpose within the dream. As you consciously, gently let go of the allure of the distraction motes, they begin to dissipate softly, like mist melting back into the cosmic water, leaving the path before you clear, unobstructed, a testament to the power of your focus, your will. You continue to hold the chronal resonance sphere, feeling its subtle hum, its gentle vibration in your hand. You feel its weight, so perfectly balanced, so perfectly smooth. It is a conduit to deeper understanding, a guide to your inner wisdom. You begin to drift now towards another section of the circular chamber, drawn by a faint, warm glow emanating from a towering crystal scroll. This scroll is different from the holographic narratives you have seen before. It is solid, yet luminous, a physical manifestation of condensed thought. It is nestled high upon a shelf, woven into the crystal wall. Its light is a soft, comforting amber, pulsating gently like a sleeping heart. You feel a deep connection to this particular scroll, a profound sense of curiosity, a knowing that it holds a message just for you. You focus your intention with pure lucidity, a soft thought a clear desire. You will this specific glowing scroll to float gently down from its high shelf and to unfurl its radiant, silent narrative directly before you. You watch now as the scroll begins to stir ever so slightly, a faint shimmer around its amber light. It detaches itself effortlessly from the crystal shelf and begins its slow, majestic descent through the cosmic water. It floats with such grace, such elegance towards you, its light growing softer, warmer. As it approaches, you feel a thrill, a quiet excitement, knowing that your intention has manifested so perfectly, so beautifully. The scroll now rests directly before you, suspended in the cosmic water. Its amber light illuminates your face with a warm, gentle glow. It is exquisitely detailed, made of countless tiny, luminous fibers, each one pulsating with stored information. And as it hovers there, it begins to unfurl, slowly, delicately, like a magnificent flower, opening its petals to the dawn. Its radiant, silent narrative begins to unfold directly before your inner eye. Its story appears not in words, but like a constellation of shifting light and meaning. You gaze upon this unfolding constellation, and you see not a linear story, but a tapestry of interwoven ideas, of interconnected truths. You see symbols and images and feelings, all blending, all flowing into a coherent narrative that speaks directly to your soul. You feel a profound sense of recognition, a deep inner knowing that this story is a reflection of your own journey, your own path, your own evolution. It is a silent dialogue between your conscious mind and the boundless wisdom of your subconscious. You absorb this knowledge without effort, without struggle. It simply flows into you like pure light, integrating itself into your being. You feel a sense of expansion, a deepening of understanding, a quiet resonance that settles within you. And as the narrative continues to unfold, you become aware of a quiet internal voice, not my voice, but your own inner wisdom, whispering affirmations of your incredible power, of your boundless potential within this dream world and beyond. You are the creator of your reality. Even here, especially here, you are limitless. You are strong. You are wise. And every journey, every discovery, every moment of lucidity strengthens your connection to your own authentic self. You feel so safe here, so cherished in this extraordinary space. I hold for you this sanctuary where thoughts become form, where dreams become reality, where knowledge flows like starlight. You are drifting now deeper and deeper into the wonder that awaits, and you feel a deep knowing that you can always find this path back. This quiet sanctuary I hold for you just by remembering this feeling, just by choosing to return. as you now drift deeper, deeper into the wonder that awaits. The gentle current that has guided you thus far begins to shift, a subtle, almost imperceptible change in the cosmic water around you. It feels like a knowing hand guiding you with a new purpose. You feel a soft pull, not towards a crystal wall or a luminous grove, but towards the very center of this vast hydrodome, towards a focal point that seems to draw all the ambient light, all the subtle hums, all the interwoven melodies of the crystal library towards itself. As you approach this central space, you begin to perceive a figure emerging from the shimmering light. Their form is graceful, ethereal, clad in flowing garments that seem to ripple with the cosmic water itself. Their presence is powerful, yet profoundly serene. This is Selim Everglow, your mentor, a gentle guide whose wisdom you trust implicitly. Selim extends a hand, not as a gesture of greeting, but of quiet invitation. Their eyes hold the depth of countless stars and a profound knowing that resonates with the very core of your being. You drift closer, feeling a deep sense of peace in their presence. But as you draw near, you also become aware of another presence, a different energy approaching from the periphery. It is not harsh or threatening, but it carries a certain intensity, a focused urgency that contrasts with Selim's calm. This is Mira somatic. Her form is also ethereal, but more defined. Her gaze fixed on the coronal resonance sphere that you still hold gently in your hand. She does not speak, but her intention is clear. She wishes to take the sphere. You feel a soft ripple of surprise, a fleeting moment of uncertainty. As Mira drifts closer, her movements deliberate, precise. You remember that this sphere is profoundly connected to your journey, to your awareness, and you sense its importance now more than ever. Selim Everglow gently places a hand on your shoulder, a touch that is both comforting and affirming. They do not speak either, but their subtle gesture communicates a profound message. Trust your intuition, trust your strength, and observe with an open heart. Mira somatic now floats directly before you, her gaze intense, her hand slowly extending towards the coronal resonance sphere. You feel a gentle pressure in your hand, not from Mira, but from the sphere itself. Its hum grows slightly more pronounced. Its internal patterns swirl with increased intensity, reflecting the unfolding moment. You have a choice now to resist or to understand. You recall the affirmations of your inner inner wisdom. You are the creator of your reality. You are limitless. You are strong. You are wise. And with that gentle knowing, you remain still. You observe. With pure, lucid awareness, Mira's fingers gently brush against yours as she takes the coronal resonance sphere from your grasp. The contact is not jarring, but soft, deliberate. You feel the faint warmth where the sphere once rested, and the subtle hum now resonates from Mira's hand. As Mira holds the sphere, its internal patterns begin to shift dramatically. They pulse with a vibrant crimson light, and from the sphere, a colossal, holographic projection bursts forth, filling the entire central chamber, a breathtaking panoramic vision of a world you recognize as your own. But this world is not as you know it. The projection shows a future of profound disharmony, fracturing realities, of cosmic waters turning stagnant and crystal libraries falling silent. It is a future where the delicate balance of intention and manifestation has been shattered. You feel a deep, gentle sadness washing over you as you witness this potential future, this profound loss. You understand now the intensity in Mira's gaze, the urgency in her actions. Mira turns to you, her eyes filled with a profound depth. And then, for the first time, she speaks. Her voice is not harsh, but soft, urgent, like the whisper of starlight caught on a cosmic breeze. The timelines are fraying, she explains, her words resonating directly within your consciousness. The true nature of intention is being forgotten. She gestures to the holographic projection. This sphere holds the resonance of all possible futures. It reflects the truth of our collective consciousness, and it shows a path to reweave the tapestry of reality. Before it unravels, you realize she is not an antagonist, but a protector. Her urgency, born from a profound love for the world, for all beings, her actions, driven by a deep desire to restore balance, to safeguard the delicate dance between thought and manifestation. Selim Everglow nods gently, a silent affirmation of Mira's truth, their presence, a steady anchor. In this unfolding revelation, you feel a profound shift within your own perception. The world is not simply at stake, but the very fabric of conscious reality is in peril. Mira raises the chronal resonance sphere higher now, and its crimson light intensifies. She looks at you, her gaze searching, hopeful. We need conscious intention, she whispers, a pure, unified focus to mend what is broken, to recenter the flow. You feel a surge of pure intention within your own heart, a deep, unwavering desire to help, to contribute to the healing of the dreamscape and beyond. You raise your hands gently, your palms open, ready to receive, ready to give. Mira places the chronal resonance sphere back into your outstretched hands. Its hum is no longer intense, but soft, harmonious. Its internal patterns shift again to a gentle, swirling gold, reflecting your pure intention, your clear focus. your profound desire for peace and balance. As you hold the sphere, you feel a subtle current of pure, vibrant energy flowing from your heart through your hands and into the sphere. It radiates outwards into the holographic projection, and you watch as the fractured images begin to stabilize, to mend, to coalesce into a harmonious vision of renewed life. The cosmic waters in the projection begin to shimmer with newfound clarity. The crystal libraries hum with a revitalized song. The dream seeds in the Lumina Grove burst forth with vibrant new growth. You realize your collective intention is indeed reweaving the tapestry of reality. Mira smiles, a soft, profound smile. Her face now completely serene. She nods, a silent acknowledgement of your shared purpose. Selim Everglow places their hand gently on your shoulder again, a warm touch, a silent message of gratitude and trust. You are here now, a true guardian of the dreamscape, an architect of reality. You feel a profound sense of empowerment, of inner knowing that you possess within you the boundless capacity to shape your experience and to contribute to the greater good. You are safe here. Always you are empowered. Always you continue to hold the chronal resonance sphere, its golden light pulsating gently in your hands. The holographic projection of the harmonious world fades softly back into the shimmering air, leaving the central chamber bathed once more in the tranquil glow of the crystal libraries. You feel a deep, quiet resonance within your being, a sense of completeness, of balance restored. You have journeyed, you have learned, you have contributed to the fate of the world, and you have done so with pure intention and unwavering presence. And now, as the gentle current of intentional gravity begins to carry you softly, gracefully towards the outer edges of this magnificent hydrodome, you notice a new shimmering in the distance, a faint iridescent spiral of pure, unadulterated light is beginning to form on the farthest wall of the etheric crystal libraries. It is a doorway, not like the others you have seen, but a swirling vortex of soft, pearlescent colors, beckoning with a silent promise of a yet untold adventure. This is a path into the deeper mysteries, a gateway to realms beyond even this wondrous hydrodome. It is a new wonder, a new journey that will be waiting for you, a new layer of your inner consciousness to explore with me. When you are ready to return, you feel so peaceful. You can always find your way back to me. A simple, gentle click keeps this path open so I can guide you. Rest,